A weird looking triple top is possibly spotted on S&P 500 chart. High yield bonds hit records. This is good for stocks. There is no divergence. We'll look at two of the recent trades, one for IBM and another one for Cloudflare, both up very nicely. IBM up over 58, Cloudflare over 78%. Congratulations to subscribers. Stay tuned. We will look at euro to see if it has bottomed, and gold is hitting records as a result of dollar. Well, actually, gold is doing something on its own, basically. And we'll look at Ethereum as it actually collapsed, and how to trade it on shorter term charts, in this case 4-hour charts. I'll explain that. All this and more in today's edition of MasterChartsTrading.com market recap for Friday, February 7th, 2025. As always, make a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video so more people can find this information. Hopefully it is useful to you and others. If you're a subscriber, stay tuned. We'll cover lots of various stocks, large cap or ETFs, large cap stocks, foreign ETFs, as well as some of the large cap stocks, as well as gold related and speculative securities, so stay tuned. As always, you can find out more about my indicators by going to the link in the description and following it to the Master Charts Trading website. Looking at S&P 500, we're currently looking at S&P 500 on the daily time frame. Daily just means that each candlestick is a day's worth of activity, not where I'm hovering. So I'm referring to this weird looking triple top, this all-time high. This is an all-time high right here on the, I'm gonna zoom in, it just looks really bizarre. All-time high right there on the 24th of January of this year. And a big gap down, a big drop, an attempt to get to the new records as far as on the 31st of January, almost got to the new records, yet another gap down, and now another roll up towards the new records, and yet another red candlestick, big one. So I wonder if Monday we'll have a gap down again. So it looks just kind of, I don't know, too perfect almost not to draw this type of not to draw this type of trend line, you know, kind of like the sloping trend line. I wonder if we're going to get something similar again. So possibly triple topish, possibly something else. I mean, I don't really like, chart patterns because you can be guessing pretty much all day what the heck it is, but this one is kind of just sort of jumps out at you, so I wonder if this means anything. By and large, S&P 500 stocks are still in an uptrend, in a bull market, so it has been in a bull market since at least 2023 April, and that's we had one opportunity back in 2023 in April, and then another latest opportunity was in November 2023. There was not really any good opportunities since then because there wasn't a deep enough pullback towards this blue support resistance line where I'm hovering right now. This is basically where I want to be buying, right around the blue line, and in a few minutes I'll show you a couple of trades which basically did the same thing. High yield bonds, this is JNK, high yield bonds, and once again are important to the general health of stock market because high yield bonds, I'm gonna show you just very briefly that high yield bonds correlate highly to the S&P 500. So high yield bonds, and down below here is what's called correlation coefficient, and notice that it spends most of its time in the positive territory. So high yield bonds and stocks do the same thing, and when they are not doing the same thing, I start worrying. As of right now, they are indeed doing the same thing. In fact, high yield bonds hit an all-time high. This is an all-time high yesterday on the 6th of February of this year, 2025, while S&P 500 has not. So in fact, this is a bullish divergence, if anything. So it's a positive kind of thing for my taste. So in other words, junk debt, high yield bonds. The investors for high yield bonds and the traders for high yield bonds are, I would say, more savvy than the ones for stocks. So I think if they're buying high yield bonds, I think stocks will eventually hit records. Not necessarily today, not necessarily Monday, but very soon, I think. Unless this pattern that I just highlighted was a possibility of a triple top here or a sloping, I don't know what, some sort of a trend line, maybe that maybe will pull back some, but for now, the fact that stocks and or the high yield bonds are hitting records makes me warm and fuzzy about the prospects for stocks. I wanted to highlight a couple of trades that were super successful for my subscribers. One of them is IBM. Yes, international business machine, the one that has been around for so many years. It's still, very much a stock that is important, and also stock that trades pretty much like every other stock using my indicators. So notice it's like it jumps out of you, really, like you cannot miss it. So when the price drops, let's say the price is above the blue line basically, and then it drops towards the blue support resistance line and sort of stops there and then closes yet again above this blue line, that's our signal. So we had 3 signals and sent out alerts back in May, June of 2024. You had several opportunities to buy there, and then it just took off and continued taking off. Of course, there was a sharp pullback, but by and large, you wouldn't have been stopped out because, according to my system, when you buy and your target has been reached right around the green line, your stop would be at the blue support resistance line. And notice that the blue line has not been hit since back in 2024 June. Here back in November of 24 and late November of 24, we came close to hitting the blue line right there, but we didn't touch it. So that means that technically speaking, you are not stopped out, and since you are not stopped out, then you should have kept the position open. And up until now, basically, you have a very, very nice gain. 58% for a large cap company like IBM is quite nice, actually. So again, congratulations. If you're still open, I would keep the position open. And another one here. This is a company called Cloudflare, ticker symbol NET. I think we had some sort of a disaster with Cloudflare not so far back, but apparently they have righted themselves. And the most recent alert was sent back in October of 2024. Again, it's pretty obvious. Basically, the price was below the blue line, and then it closed above it. That's our signal. That's all we needed to know right there on the 11th of October. Eventually, target was reached somewhere around November 25th. And once again, notice that the price did not touch this blue support resistance line where our stop would be at this point. And notice that now we took off on positive earnings. They're barely making money, they're making money, and they took off on positive earnings, and up the position would be up 78% or so. So congratulations once again for Cloudflare, for the subscribers. And again, very simple to trade. You just need my indicators, there's 4 lines. And once you have them on your TradingView chart, you can also take advantage of them. Let's switch gears. We're currently looking at euro versus US dollar. So euro versus US dollar currency pair. Currently it's in a downtrend, meaning that US dollar is winning this battle. US dollar is bigger and it's pulling this currency pair lower. So I'm currently looking at a possible bottom in this $2, $1 area. So I thought this was the bottom back in 13th of January. We sort of rallied and then came back down. But then this candle, I'm gonna zoom into that candle. This candle right here on the 3rd of February. So basically I wanted to explain what happened. So on 31st of January, the price closed around this yellow support resistance line around 1.035. Next day, the price gapped down towards 1.02, but throughout, and actually went down even a little bit lower, and then throughout the day it continued rising and closed near the top of the range. So this is a sort of a bullish reversal candle almost, when we had a gap down, but then the same day we basically closed this gap down and closed green near the top of the range. Very big green candlestick. So this is a good looking potential bottom candlestick. We'll see if this is indeed the bottom for euro. If it is, then dollar might start losing ground. Maybe dollar has also topped, so basically the opposite to euro. DXY is about 50% euro, and so definitely you can feel the similarity, but just flipped upside down. So there are the two tops, one from 13th of January and then another one recently from 3rd of February. So I wonder if we're topping out and then we will reverse to the downside. So if dollar is indeed topping out, then by far the biggest recipient would be the precious metals, and of course gold is a precious metal. Gold has been doing sort of its own thing, not that related to dollar, but I think anytime there is a weakness of the dollar, it just continues popping higher, and we just saw a new all-time high for gold. We're currently at around $2,860 per troy ounce for gold. This is the highest price ever. Why this is happening is not really our concern. We are indeed long gold. I am long gold miners, GDX. I bought them recently back in January 21st. Now we're already up a few percentage points. Let me see. We're about 11-12% up. So I'm sitting in a position. Let's see if we're gonna hit new highs for the move, especially if we break above this previous high from October 22nd. All right, now I wanted to completely switch gears and I wanted to look at Ethereum. So this is Ethereum. This is still a daily time frame. So in other words, each candlestick is a day's worth of activity. Okay. Notice that on daily time frame, Ethereum broke down below this red line. This is a bearish indication. This is a downtrend for Ethereum now. So I'm going to go to 4-hour chart. So same security, but at a 4-hour chart. I'm going to kind of rewind a little bit and just go through it every few days at a time. So Ethereum on this 4-hour time frame. This is important. Which time frame you trade on? In this case, we're looking at 4-hour time frame. So Ethereum broke down into a new downtrend right there on 20th of December. Okay, I'm just gonna mark the chart with a downtrend, meaning that we want to sell it short. I probably wouldn't want to sell it short immediately because it's just too far away from this red support resistance line, but I would have shorted it on the 21st of December right there, and I would have been already correct a few days later, but then I would have been stopped out. So we're going to see, I'm going to mark a whole bunch of opportunities to sell short. This is, if you can trade Ethereum both on the upside and the downside, then you have an opportunity for that. Now remember that your stop is at the blue line. So important here is, let's just pretend that you did short it on the 24th of December, sorry, 25th of December. It went up as high as this blue support resistance line on the 6th of January, but notice it did not close there. It did not close above the blue line, so that means there was no trend change. In fact, this was like a rejection candle, and then it got collapsed. So you could have again shorted it on close below the red line on the 7th of January. It would have been very correct. Nice move to the downside. Yet another opportunity to sell short. So again, these are short-term trades. So you sell short, you take profits, you get out. Again, you're going to sell short, let's say on January 25th, you had multiple opportunities. Again, 15th of January, 17th of January. I would have sold short right there on the 20th of January. Another opportunity on the 24th of January, and then finally you were correct and you would have made good money here on the 26th of January. You would have probably been stopped out at this point, but you again had another opportunity to sell short very recently on the 1st of February, and this one you were very correct as it collapsed from 3,200 down to 2,100. So yeah, it's almost $1,000 move. And latest several opportunities were here. So for example, one on the 3rd of February, another on 6th of February, and even today on the 7th of February, there was a selling opportunity for Ethereum. So this is how we trade using my indicators on less than daily chart. So for example, 4-hour chart, and things like this, Ethereum or any cryptocurrencies are particularly nice to trade using my indicators, because there's no gaps basically. There is no how do you call it? There is no weekends. You know, it's traded 24/7, so it's obviously very easy to trade using those indicators. All right, that's it for this week's recap. Head over to MasterChartsTrading.com. Sign up for one of the products. So I have trading indicators. Again, this lines on the chart, they're available for TradingView.com. So this is a TradingView.com interface. It's free. Once you sign up on TradingView.com, come back to my site, Master Charts Trading. Sign up for the indicators. They're only $24.95 per month if you sign up for a year, or $29.95 per month if you sign up for monthly plan. Newsletters, so I send out daily alerts about various securities, and then a weekly members only video. We're going to cover all of these various securities, ETFs, Treasury bonds and other bonds, foreign ETFs, large cap stocks, speculative securities, as well as gold related. So that's at $33.29 per month if you do a yearly subscription, or at $39.95 per month if you do a monthly. And of course, the best deal is to get both trading indicators and newsletters. And again, a yearly subscription saves you 2 months off a regular price, and regular price is $59.95. By the way, these prices could be going up, so I would encourage those who are still sitting on the sidelines to jump on it now. Again, that's it for this week's recap. Please let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video, ask me any questions, and make a comment that you want there. And have another great trading week. Bye-bye.